What's up, everybody? I'm Michael Allen, and this is the Movie Minute. This week on the Movie Minute, we're talking about Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Give 'em hell, Indiana Jones! Okay, so quick overview of the film without doing any spoilers. Indiana Jones, several years after Crystal Skull, he's retiring. He's kind of a grumpy old man, and he's going into this kind of last stage of his life, and we get to see some flashbacks from his past that kind of give us the stage, that kind of set the stage for what we're about to see, and he's really just looking for this kind of relic from the past, and the Nazis are the enemy, just like the original formula. It follows a lot of the original formula, and then we kind of follow him along in this adventure as he's kind of processing the mistakes from his past. And it's really him confronting this idea that there are things in the world that happen that he doesn't fully understand. And how does that affect his relationships and his family? And what would he change? What decisions would he change? It's things that we all can really relate with. So that setup was pretty well done. Let's talk about the things that I liked. So overall, the film is much better than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I mean, it really is a lot better. I just watched Crystal Skull this past week, and so I can tell you the writing is much better. James Mangold does a really great job directing, honestly, overall. Like, the overall feel of the film is there. Like, it has the surface level feel, and we'll talk about what that means in a little bit. But obviously the cast is really strong. Harrison Ford's back, John Rhys-Davies back, Karen Allen is back. It brings in several people from the past that are really good. Mads Mikkelsen is incredible. I don't know if you guys know him. He's an amazing actor. Phoebe Waller-Bridge brings a really fun, she was fun. She brought something unique to the story, and I enjoyed her throughout the film. And so cast really strong. Also, just like the music, John Williams is back. There wasn't anything exciting about it, but it just obviously, it just brings back those memories. And so the music and just that feel that the music brought with Indy is really good. Really great action sequences as well. I thought that these were some of the best action sequences in the series. I think it kind of reminded me of some of those great moments in The Last Crusade, just those action sequences. There was just some really, really good stuff going on there. It really kind of followed that Indiana Jones formula that made us fall in love with the characters in the original trilogy. But there is a big but. So we're going to talk about the things that I didn't like. So this is really hard. I was thinking about this all night, about how do I word this, because it's really hard to kind of word. So it was missing something, and the only thing I can really land on that I didn't like that kind of captures it is it felt shallow. A lot of the characters, you don't really feel for them deeply. I think you feel for Indy because we know them and we know him and we've known him for so long, and so that's naturally there. But the other characters, that's kind of part of it, especially Mads Mikkelsen. His performance is incredible. It's not even his fault. It's the writing's fault. Like, his motivations aren't really flushed out really well. And so that kind of takes away from a picture. When you don't have a villain that motivations really resonate with the audience of like, oh, I hate this guy and his motivations are messed up, or his motivations are interesting, but he's going about it the wrong way. There's something about that affects the pace and the tone of a movie. And so the tone really suffered here from that shallowness. Another thing I just didn't like is the length. It was so long. It was very slow in Act 2 specifically. Act 1 went really well. Act 3 actually felt pretty smooth as well and moved fairly well. Act 2 was long and slow, and I found myself kind of being like, come on, let's go. And anytime I'm feeling that, I know it's like the writing is clunky. It's kind of weighing down the plot. It almost felt like they went through script edits while they were making this movie, which all films go through script edits when you're filming. Like, when you're actively filming a feature film at this stage, there are things that change in the script, but it felt like they might have been doing some heavy script doctoring later in the process. So let's talk about ratings. From an entertainment perspective, I mean, it's pretty entertaining. I was pleasantly surprised from an entertainment standpoint. I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10 for entertainment. I found myself smiling. The kind of the nostalgia factor is there. It's better than Crystal Skull, which helps boost its entertainment value. From a critical standpoint, it's a little bit less, probably like a 6 out of 10. The script just didn't work. The pacing was a little bit off. Even the cuts, like even the editing of this film felt kind of boring. Like it could have been better. The original films are cut really well. They really are. And so I think you could tell in this film, man, this editing cut did not feel as strong, and it's probably mostly because of that length of the film. I'd give Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny a 6.5 out of 10. And so I think for my badge for this film, if you are a diehard Indiana fan, you should see it. I think I'll give this a very generous, I think this is a little bit generous, but I'll give it a popcorn bucket just because it is a fun summer movie. I think Indiana Jones fans will like it. Adventure fans will like it. I liked it overall. Are there things in it that weighed it down? Yes. But overall, it was a fun experience. If you liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe to follow along with me as I continue my film-loving journey, and you're going to want to join up this month because there are some great films coming out. We got Oppenheimer, my most anticipated movie of the summer, coming up. We've got Barbie. We've got Mission Impossible. July is going to be a lot of fun. And until next week, peace out.